Okay, today we are going to work on a text-dependent analysis question that's going to require the use of two sources. So you're going to need this Cite and Explain cheat sheet. You will need the TDA graphic organizer. You will need your two articles from before, the one Pandas and Endangered Species, and the short article Pandas. If you have your notes pages from before, your two-column notes, the compare-contrast chart, that could also help you. This first video is going to walk you through the very first part of the TDA graphic organizer, and then if you need some more support, you can watch the subsequent videos. If you feel like you're good and you can go on your own, that's okay. Okay, so let's review. When we write a TDA, one of the things that can help us is to use the acronym RACES to make sure we've included the parts. The R and the A stand for restate and answer the question or prompt. The C stands for cite evidence, and you want to try to have at least 3 pieces of evidence. Evidence would be direct quotes or direct information from the passage. The E stands for explain, which means you're going to tell how your evidence supports your answer. You shouldn't be copying anything from the article, and you shouldn't just be saying your evidence over. It's a little bit more than that. The S stands for sum it up or summarize, where you restate your main points. So the TDA question for pandas, an endangered species, and the short pandas article is, why is the panda population decreasing? Use information from both articles to support your answer. Remember, decreasing means getting smaller. So this is saying, why are pandas, why are they dying off? Why is the population getting smaller? The first thing you want to do, we have read the question. We're going to restate it. That just means say it again. You could use different words, or you could just move the sentence around, and you want to answer the question. So a very simple way to do that is try to use as many words from the original question as possible. Here's what I came up with, and you can pause the video and copy this down. Restate and answer the prompt question. Have it covered up here so it won't have to take time to write. The panda population is decreasing for many reasons. It's like a topic sentence. It tells your reader, I'm going to tell you why the population is decreasing. I'm not going to give you all my reasons just yet. That's going to come later. So pause the video, copy down this topic sentence for your restate and answer the question. Next, we are going to try to find one piece of evidence from the passage to support why the population is decreasing. And the first article that I'm going to use, because remember we want to use both, is the longer article. And when this was mine from before, if you watched the tutorial, you'll see I do have some notes on here. When I reread this article, I find the evidence right here that on the back that says they do not reproduce rapidly like other animals do. So that is one piece of evidence of why there's not a whole lot of them. I'm going to write that in my cite evidence box 1. But wait. First, I need to use a sentence starter. That's why you have the cheat sheet to help you. These are just examples. You could say something different if you wanted, or use this to piggyback. So when we're using cite evidence, here are a bunch of different sentence starters we could use. The sentence starters are important because it tells your reader that this information is going to be from the text. You'll see when I wrote in this box, my sentence starter is going to be in red, and then the quote that I copied is in blue. So my sentence starter, one detail in pandas, an endangered species, states. My sentence starter starts out my sentence, it tells which article I used, and then here's my evidence. They do not reproduce rapidly. Because I copied it directly word for word, I put quotation marks around it so my reader knows that I copied it right from the article. Pause the video and write that down. Once I have my evidence, then I'm going to explain it in my own words. So I need to explain, how does this evidence they do not reproduce rapidly support that the population is decreasing? Well, from this you kind of have to make an inference. Because they don't reproduce rapidly, that means that there are not a whole lot of babies being born each year. From what I read, there are pandas that are dying each year. So perhaps there are not enough babies being born to replace the pandas that are dying off. So in my explanation box, I put that in my own words. Again, I use a sentence starter, this time from this column, from the explain starters. I can infer from this evidence that pandas are not being born quickly enough to replace those that have died. Notice my explanation is not saying this again. It's not copying down another piece of evidence from the article. It's saying, how does this answer that they are decreasing? And it's explaining it more. It's giving some more information from my brain. Copy that down. If you are feeling pretty comfortable with filling in the TDA graphic organizer, you can complete the rest of it on your own. If you would like some more support, then go on to the next video where I will work through more of it with you.